Hello, and welcome to Destiny 2 Update 7.0.0.1 Patch Notes. Lightfall. First up, activities Crucible. Add an exotic armor swap penalty in Trials of Osiris comp. Equipping a different piece of exotic armor drains you of all of your ability energy. Cool. Competitive division fixed a bug that caused comp intro quests to auto-claim the completion reward. Rewards are now claimed upon interacting with Shaxx. Competitive Rift and Showdown have reduced revive delay from 1.5 to 1.5 from 2 seconds. Reduced respawn time from 5.5 to 7. Wow, that's great. Vanguard Ops. Troll F Gambit, 1 out of 1. Hey, Gambit got updated. Is it used as a reference? Vanguard Ops. Oh no, we got exotic nerfs coming. Oh, I don't want to read ahead. We're going to read through the boring stuff first to make the cool stuff more exciting. Vanguard Ops. Fix an issue in Heist Europa. Heavy ammo could create respawn for players to get quarantined. When you played Vanguard Ops or Nightfall, your final score determines a reputation multiplier that for that activity's completion. Multipliers run from 1 to 7. Tune the amount of Vanguard rank you receive. Nightfall quality and streaks. Cool. Sorry, Nerm. Sorry about Gambit. Full pass on all Vanguard map and mode multipliers with an eye towards balancing score per hour rather than score per attempt. Cool. Vanguard and Nightfall strikes added on-screen health bar for bosses. Fix an issue where players could be given the same objective twice in quick succession in the Devil's Lair strike. Vanguard Ops playlist has increased in difficulty. Players can no longer level beyond the enemy combatants. Destiny's hard again. Additional rotating modifiers have been added to the Vanguard Ops playlist. Difficulty options. Hero, Legend, Master difficulties have been reworked for greater challenge and to accommodate new modifiers. Adept difficulty has been removed. Yeah, no one cared. Hero, now soft cap plus 20. Legend is power cap plus 30. Master's power cap plus 40. Each has scaling combat delta that keeps you under leveled in activity and provides a smoother pathway to Grand Master. I wish you would have included that delta. Oh, it's this. But no, isn't there another? It's like, you know, GMs are negative 25, Masters are negative 20, Legends is negative 15, Heroes 10 or 5? I have to go back and read the post. Most Hero, Legend, Grandmaster, Grandmaster activities now feature the ability to use overcharged weapons for increased damage. Which weapons are overcharged, determined by your seasonal artifact unlocks and activity modifiers. Elemental singes and burns have been replaced and broken out. Threats and surges. We know all about that. Surges and overcharges do not stack. Raises in dungeons. Armor pieces from master dungeons drop with higher stats. Higher than before? Jesus. What? UI. Lightfall title screen. Received a visual and audio update. I noticed. Guardian ranks. UI throughout Destiny 2 has been updated to display Guardian's rank. Cool, I guess. Orbit screen. Added a button to directly access the Journey tab. We get free Journey music. Triumphs tab to Journey tab. When building the Guardian ranks feature, the team leaned into the opportunity to refresh and relabel the Triumphs tab to better encapsulate the player's journey through Destiny 2. Many of the changes will be immediately visible, but some are more subtle, including an access point to view details about the commendations you have sent and received. Oh god, that's gonna be a long list. An additional access point for seasonal challenges. Cool. Don't stop believing in Destiny. Seals are no longer broken into 2 categories, seals and titles. They're just titles. Drogkin, Darkov, Beer Gut Ninja, thanks to follows. Hey babe, we're reading patch notes.
Oh, that sounds so much fun.
It is, actually. A lot's changing. They're breaking my game. They're breaking my heart. These were all Jira tickets at one point. Additionally, to focus the information zone at the top of the level, both triumphs and titles have been migrated into bespoke subscreens. Can you believe that?
Why did you call it bespoke?
Because that's how it's spelled. Look.
Bespoke.
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 That's how you say it in Venezuela. Added the ability to equip unequipped titles from the subscreen rather than going to the... Oh my God, finally they fixed that. Yay. Also, they fixed the number of buffs and debuffs and modifiers that we can see on the screen at any given time. Geopapa thanks follows. I'll let you know when I'm done reading this crap so you can come in here and chat.
Okay.
Commendations.
I have a call too, so.
Oh, rip.
You're longer than that. Sorry, bye.
Commendations may be sent and received near the end of most activities. Accessibility in all locations where commendations may be viewed or given. The player's colorblind preferences are respected. Includes VFX, post-game cards report. Post-game cards report updated. I tweeted this out. The PGCR to complete the new commendations feature and updated some features. Now consists of 2 tabs, commendations and scoreboard. Okay. Reputation wheel has been simplified and displayed on the top right of the scoreboard page. Cool. Players can now access it during the mission in countdown by pressing a button in the open nav menu. Holding it down will take you to the director. Trade-off for this functionality is that when the mission in countdown is active, nav mode cannot be opened. Oh, okay. Pressing a button to open nav mode will open post-game cards report instead. What about... Oh, when the mission end countdown is active. Damn, I would love to check stats in the middle of an activity like you can in PvP. Imagine in the middle of a raid encounter, you get through 1 damage cycle of a boss, you instantly pull up the stats like, Joe, you're not doing enough damage, Joe. Get it together. Ritual rank tooltips. Updated rank tooltips. So all rank tooltips now include a streak tracker and added a section that shows a player's total reputation rank points. No more Y for DPS. And in this example, Joe would be Leopard. We did see the screenshot of post-raid stats. Per encounter? I don't know. Tracking. More items can be tracked. 3 Guardian rank objectives, 6 non-Guardian rank objectives. Wow. Destiny may be a little overwhelming if you need 9 tracked objectives. Nav mode updates. A tab has been added specifically to display tracked Guardian rank objectives. Another tab. God, what is this? My Chrome? Tracked objectives that are not specific to Guardian ranks are grouped together. Tracking now split into multiple sections on the Journey tab. Guardian rank section specifically shows tracked Guardian rank objectives. All currently trackable non-quest objectives are shown below the seasonal challenges access point. Guardian rank auto-tracking is enabled by default. The goal is to immediately point players towards objectives they can work on to increase their Guardian rank. This may be toggled on the journey screen if manual tracking is more your speed. Yeah, you just overwhelmed all new players. Congratulations. Tracked seasonal challenges properly display their challenge type in its tooltip on the tracking screen. Properly display their challenge type. I don't know what challenge type means. I guess the fact that it's a Guardian rank thing. Collections. Some access points have migrated from the Triumphs tab to the Collections tab. Oh, great. I couldn't find them in the first place. Now I still won't be able to find them. Lore, weapon pattern catalyst, medals, stat trackers are now under Collections instead of Triumphs. It is a triumph to earn every piece of armor and weapon in the game. Increase the number of visible, recently discovered items. Space Jumping, thanks for the 8 months of hard-earned money. Welcome back to the stream. Why'd you do it? What the hell's wrong with you? Where's the tangent counter? At your mom's house. Nimble Fox with 3 months of primers. Welcome back to stream. Thanks for the free money. We're not to the good patch notes yet. We're not to the nerfs. We're not to the molding section. I'm gonna need a snap cam overlay for the molding section. What's it gonna be? Oh, this one. heart of inmost light? Okay. Waypoints. Rectangles are out, circles are in. Guardian ranks replaces seasonal pass. Season pass for Guardians above their heads. And you don't see all the tryhards anymore. You just see everyone at 11 now. It's going to be pretty boring, but whatever. Records. In order to help call out which Guardian ranks are seasonal. Anything after 7, right? A blue gradient has been added to the bottom of all seasonal records, including those on a seasonal challenge screen. Guardian ranks are seasonal. Yeah, it's anything after 7. Vendors, ritual vendors in the towers, Avala, Shax, Drifter, Banshee, Salad, and Saint now have tooltips describing the core ritual and reputation, as well as explaining some of these less visible features. Oh, yeah, new players will definitely read that. Florida Man outrage filter. What does the Guardian do when there's no destiny for 24 hours? Touch grass, get your hair cut, prep on healthy snacks, get some extra sleep, watch that TV show you've been ignoring, take a walk, prep your body. You prepped your Guardian, now you need to prep your body.
Have happy accidents.
Commando with the 55, welcome back. Happy double nickel, 5555, welcome back, Commando. How you doing, buddy? What if grass is snow? Works for me.
We don't make mistakes.
My body is ready. A true Guardian, Jobo. 20 inches of snow here? What in the hell? It's 81 degrees Fahrenheit here, baby. Quality of life updates and fixes character screen. Remove the currency display on the character screen. What? Why though? Clans fix an issue. Where does it show up at now? It show up in the where's it show up at? Why are you hiding it? Fix an issue where Hawthorne's icon on the tower map wouldn't consistently pulse. Clanogram was available to claim. Roster improved the contrast between players' names, background colors. Fixed an issue causing the director screen to refresh the footer UI. When players in the roster changed states. The director screen to refresh the footer UI. I don't know what that means. What in the footer changes when someone goes somewhere? I don't know what that is. Can someone give me an example of that? Settings. Fix an issue that caused the settings menu to close when leaving a sub menu. Ooh. That's never happened to me, I don't think. Someone leaves the party? What is the footer UI? I don't know even what goes there. That's just like, so-and-so join your fire team. So-and-so left. The game is coming down. That stuff. Gameplay and investment. Armor. Armor energy type has been deprecated. True. Armor now has untyped armor energy. Yes, no more Solar Void Arc. Stasis. All mods use that untyped energy. Okay, that's not the word we use. What's the word we use? Justin, thanks to follow. Soup with the 31 months of hard-earned money. What do we call this? We didn't call it untied. My brain is fried. I can't think of the words. Element. Neutral? Neutral? What do we call it? Neutral. Non-elemental? No. Generic? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, generic. I think we use generic. Generic's the generic word we use. So this is like, mobility, resilience, discipline, melee wellmaker, ordnance, anything charged with light, high energy fire. None of those had element specific types. So they weren't solar, they weren't void, they weren't arc, they weren't stasis. All that crap, all the element specific things are now untyped or generic, not kinetic. Neutral energy. Armor mods that were previously based on weapon archetypes are now based on weapon damage type. Kinetic special power? I think so, yes. So, kinetic primary special power? Primary special power. No, these are the ones, armor mods that were previously based on weapon archetype. We're not based on, yeah, no, this is element type. Yeah, this is element. Kinetic arc, solar stasis, strength. Yeah. Void. Most armor mods that are based on weapon damage type also have which is more simplified. Because there is like a whole bunch of archetypes and there's only like 5 elements. Most armor mods that are based on weapon damage type also have harmonic versions, which is discounted when the weapon's damage type matches the subclass damage type. Armor mod costs have been generally reduced across the board. Yes, more plug and play combat style mod socket has been removed. That's your charge with light. That's your melee well maker. That's your elemental charge, powerful friends. Everything that goes in that slot is now gone. Well, that slot is gone. Not the mods, just that slot. And replaced on all armor pieces with an extra socket for mods associated with that armor slot, helmet, gaunts, etc. So, three armor slots. Oh boy. Charge with light and elemental well mods. I just got catted. The game booted me. Oh, isn't it so pretty? Instead of 2, there's 3. Yeah, there's 3 slots now. The combat mod slot is just going to let you we'll read on. It's just not a general slot, but yeah, it lets you do extra mods for that same socket. Extra socket for that same armor piece. God, that's wordy. The Charge with Light and Elemental Well armor mods have been merged into a single system, Armor Charge. Players using the Armor Charge system can gain up to 3 stacks of Armor Charge at a time, expanded up to 6 stacks by equipping charged up mods. Purple is a nice change to green. Check the math class tweet. I already did, Gobi. You mean you're going to be watching twitch.tv/leopard for the world's first clear, baby? Picking up Orb of Power grants you 1 stack of armor charge. Many mods that previously created elemental wells or granted stacks of charge with light directly have been modified to instead spawn orbs of power. Bob Joe with the 6 months of primers. It's the free money. Welcome back. Mods that provide an ongoing benefit, such as Font of Wisdom, now grant that benefit as long as you have stacks of armor charges. These mods cause armor charges stacks to decay every 10 seconds. Some redundant mods have been deprecated, that means removed, when their effect would overlap with existing mods' effects. For example, some armor mods, such as the Kickstart mods and most mods triggered by using a finisher, now make use of the armor charge system. Oh no, we don't get free energy with stasis? Some of the functionality of elemental wells and their associated mods have been moved into subclass fragments and the new Fire Sprite and Void Breach. I did, JD. Warmind Cells, deprecated. Rasputin, also dead. Spoilers. Seasonal Artifact. Did I miss one? No. How far are we through this? Oh my god, this is a long way to go. Seasonal Artifact. Unlocking a perk, and the Seasonal Artifact now grants that perk directly to the character when it is relevant. You no longer need to socket an armor mod to gain the artifact's perk's effect. I'm going to read that again, because that's incredibly important for most of you who are tuned out now, working at your dead-end job. Unlocking a perk in the Seasonal Artifact now grants that perk directly to the character when it is relevant. They are now passive. Artifact mods are now passively applied. You don't need to slot them in your armor. You literally get it, but you're limited to like 12. instead of 25. But that's fine. That's much better. Build crafting way cooler now. Although having to reset the having to reset the artifact to change up your passives is kind of annoying, but it's still better. I was literally zoned out. Thanks, Lep. No problem. I know there's a lot of words here, and it's a video game, and everything sounds like it's the same, but that is big. That makes build crafting way cooler. Resets free. Yeah, it's still just something annoying you have to do, but because they're passively applied, it's a far cry better than it used to be. Dennis, thanks to follow. Wilho, thanks to follow. Click that bell and disable those notifications. Hey, for your phone to vibrate. And the Blubber Stream goes live 6:30 a.m. Eastern every weekday morning. My boss asked if I was busy. I said, yeah, it's story time with my favorite online male entertainer. True. Column 2, the artifact now unlocks multiple discounted mods per node. I don't know what that means. Let me read it again. Column 2 of the artifact now unlocks multiple discounted mods per node. Unlocks multiple discounted mods. You mean like some generic mods are included in the artifact at a discounted price? So like you'll be able to click a passive that says these 5 normie generic mods, like maybe to increase your strength or maybe to have bomber on or whatever, now cost less for this season. Reduced cost of all void mods. Oh yeah, that was in the TWAB last week, wasn't it? Forgot. Maximum number of unlocked perks has been reduced to 12 because they're all passively applied. Resetting your selections in the seasonal artifact is now free. Cool. Remove the 1-second button hold to unlock an artifact perk. Single press now unlocks the perk. Cool. God, I'm so glad we're beyond the... What's the max glimmer cost it used to be to reset your artifact multiple times? It went up to like 100,000 glimmer, didn't it? Artifice Armor has had its bonus socket converted into a socket that allows you to increase any one stat on that armor piece by 3. So yeah, no more Artifice slots. They don't matter anymore because everything is passively applied, and now your Artifice Armor needed something because you've been grinding it, and now it gives you extra stats. Back when you had to go to Spider, get more glimmer. Wish the increased mat caps. Wish the increased mat. What? 10 Ascendant Shards isn't enough for you? Master working 5 armor slots with an exotic and being left with 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 or 1 Ascendant Shards? Sounds fine to me. Adjusted the amount of damage reduction provided by resilience in PvE. Ah, this is something we knew. At tier 10, damage reduction goes down from 40% down to 30%. So where you used to be unkillable, you are still unkillable. And the progression of the damage reduction across tiers has been smoothed to give more relative value to lower tiers of resilience. So no longer will the damage resilience look like this curve. No, it'll be more linear. Set a shard cap, 10. Legendary shard cap, unlimited. Yes, this system makes sense. Yeah, that's still a massive damage reduction, and resilience will still be incredibly important. Also nice that the lower tiers give you more. Or, I mean, relatively smoothed out. No more curve, more linear. This is why we practice 7 and 8 resilience and so 30% resilience would feel nice. Along with being completely underleveled by like 30 levels, Panda. Dying in one shot melees from enemies in master raids. The armor mods granting resilience have had their armor energy cost increase from 4 to 4 and 2. Yeah, so on the same level as intellect and recovery. Intellect's 5. Is intellect 5? Wow, no one ever slots intellect anymore. Yeah, that's fair. Honestly, it's the one that's most important. And everyone's grinding spiky armor. Spiky resilience armor anyway. Robbie, thanks for the follow. Logging into Lightfall. Iron Lord's Pride perk has been added to all Iron Banner armor sets from Season 8 to the present. Exotic armor changes. Oh boy. Capri Sting. True Sight is now granted when damaging an enemy with a smoke bomb. Additionally, when you have an undetonated smoke bomb on the battlefield as a hunter, these are hunter arms, void hunter arms, you have not been made invisible by a smoke bomb, you gain significantly increased melee energy generation. Ah, that's cool. Heart of Inmost Light. Reduced duration of the empowered ability buffs in PvE to 5 seconds, down from 10 seconds. Reduced bonus class ability regeneration empowered 25% per stack in both PvE and PvP, down from 150 and 38% respectively. Oh man, Heart of Inmost Light has, that pendulum has swung. Well, if they reduce Heart of Inmost Light by that much, sure they reduced Phoenix Protocols and Starfire Protocols and Star Eaters by that much as well. This change is intended to decrease how easy it is to get and maintain times to empowerment bonus in PvE, as well as reduce the total amount of bonus ability energy provided. The goal is to literally get Titans to take off Heart of Inmost Light to remain strong in ability-focused builds while giving room for other exotics to shine as well. Changes in my live service game? You're making the meta different? I have to use other things and experience more of the sandbox? I want things to always be the same. Servers are off for the next 22 hours and 27 minutes. You can always pull the stream up for a relevant timer here. Bombardiers. Those are hunter legs, I think, that like blow stuff up when you dodge. Now cause targets damaged by its explosives to become severed when using a strand hunter. Get severed. Chromatic Fire has been updated to work with Strand. Battle of Harmony updated to work with Strand. Verity's Brow updated to work with Strand. Felrunner's Helm triggers weakened burst of Strand melees. Claws of Hunkara will not provide additional melee charge when equipped to a Strand subclass. Hey! What's the deal? Oh. What? Oh, is that because of the, do all the Strand melees have that, or is it just Hunter melees? They have 2 charges, and then you can, like, press melee when you, like, catch it to get more cooldown or something? Yeah, Strandoer gets 2. 3? I want 6 melees. I want 12 melees. I want unlimited melees. Okay? Armor that supports coloration appearance change based on your currently selected subclass has been updated to support Strand. Solstice armor sets Antaeus wards, no backup plans. Weapon crafting changes. Bad jaw. Thanks for the follow. Welcome. Resonant crafting changes. Resonant elements have been removed. They're gone. They're out of here. No more currency. Crafting component costs have been replaced with standard currencies, such as glimmer and enhancement cores. Deep sight will now only manifest on weapons that have a pattern unlocked. Yeah, never liked the fact that we had to have extra red borders to get extra currency to craft things that had, yeah, it was confusing. Maybe I'll be less, maybe I'll like crafting more now. Deep sight has been removed on existing weapons that do not have a pattern lock unavailable. Oh, that's the same thing, but retro. Deep sight attunement objective has been removed. You can immediately extract or dismantle to obtain progress. It dropped so overly complicated, and now they've really slimmed it down. My 1200 enhancement cores have a purpose. Deep sight was really just entirely necessary currency on top of other stuff. Well, you got to grind your currency, so then you can grind your other currency, so then you can grind your pattern progress, so then you can grind, you can craft a weapon, so then you can grind the weapon and upgrade the weapon, get kills with it, so then you can recraft it. Yeah, it's just, oh my god. Crafting bug fixes. Fix an issue where crafted perk cost was doubled for the King's Fall weapons, Defiance of Yasmin and Smite of Moraine. Oh, I did not know that. Strand is the green stuff? Yeah. It's the poison subclass. Updated several different weapon VFX to address miscellaneous bugs and performance issues. Restored the correct audio to field forged shotguns? Now let us use finest matter weaves in bulk. Or let us delete finest matter weaves in bulk. Or delete anything in bulk. Red reticle is now enabled on PC. Ah, that's right. This is a thing from Halo. If you're within the optimal range of a weapon, the reticle will turn red. Rip colorblind, people. This was the thing on console or controller users already, or I don't know. D2 will be up when the timer hits 0. Why they remove currency display on the character screen? It may show up somewhere else. Heart of Most Light not nerfed. Dead and buried. You could probably still spec into like a Arc Titan with firepower and get your grenade back pretty fast. Reticle? Reticle color has been a thing on consoles, but not for controller users on PC. Just leave the stream up. Lep has a timer. Hey, actually though, currency shows up in the inventory screens. That's what I thought. Heart of Endless Light double strand melee might be spicy. Firepower grenade kickstart ionic trace is good to go. Oh, aren't grenade kickstarts going to require armor charges now though? Wasn't available for controller users on PC. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's good to know. Although, oh, would this be for mouse and keyboard as well? Yeah, this would be for mouse and keyboard as well. It's just sometimes, like, my hand cannon has 100 range. What does that mean? No one knows until you go into the game and then test it out. And now you'll get like immediate feedback on whether or not you're in range. Linear fusion rifles reduce damage versus champs, mini bosses, bosses, and vehicles by 15%. Sleeper, stimulant, and Queenbreaker are unaffected. And your crafted cataclysmic with enhanced bait and switch is still going to decimate. Machine guns increased damage by 10%. Increased reserves by 50 at 0, 20 at 100. Silly, that was the only exotic to get nerfed. Heart? I mean, Heart of Inmost Light was in PvE probably the most used in in-game. Starfire protocols have been up there for sure. But there's other options that Warlocks put on. Yeah, they were the only mentioned nerf. That is true. But I mean, that's all I ran for the last 2 years. I mean, Synthoceps PvP in certain situations. Loreley's if you wanted to overextend and not die. Rampants for jumping puzzles. Hoyle, Heart of Inmost Light. It's the Titan chess piece that gives you it's this guy. The one I have 4 of on my Titan. Use an ability to make other abilities come back faster. Okay. Machine guns, buffed. Linears, nerfed. Heavy GLs, buffed. Increased damage. Champs, mini bosses, vehicles by 20. Miners by 40. Anarchy meta. Improved projectile collision, making it slightly easier to land hits, including Anarchy. Increased blast radius by 1 meter. Parasite is unaffected because it's already good. Shotties now change their reticles in proportion to the spread angle. Speaking of spread angle, how's your mom? Related note, the Legend of Acreus hipfire reticle, that's the Leviathan heavy shotty, is now a bit more representative of its very large spread angle. Kinetic weapons. Kinetic primary weapon damage multiplier against unshielded combatants increased by... that's not 5%. Let's call it 4.5%. Kinetic special weapon damage multiplier against unshielded combatants increased by 10-ish%. Kinetic slot stasis weapons no longer have 5% damage bonus to unshielded targets in PvE. Wow, because they have chill clip. Why you have to cook me like that? The ideal spread angle is 34 degrees. Wait. Voice over Pete with 21 months. Welcome back. Above average voice actor, how you doing? Thanks for the hard-earned money. And Sasquatch Masta Orange Slurpee, thanks for the follows. Exotics, Queenbreaker now uses Arc 3.0 Blind. Cool. Shot now changed to multiple nearby enemies. Cool. Ruinous Effigy, that's the turn your enemies into a void ball. Transmutation Sphere Slam now suppresses. Also cool. Is the update LiveNet? No. Top of your screen, 22 hours. You know what? It's time. I knew it was going to happen. It's got to get bigger. We got to make it bigger. Every time someone asks, it just grows a little bit. 22 hours and 17 minutes away from Lightfall. Or New Light if you're a returning player. A new player. Leviathan's Breath. That's the Void Heavy Bow. Now applies Volatile on perfect draw impact. Love that. Increased damage from 396 to 442. Allows for 1-hit kills against all supers in PvP. Increased damage versus chance by 30. Damn. It was already pretty decent. 1,000 voices. Light. 1K ignition build OP. East Explosion now applies 10 plus 5 scorch stacks. Ignitions aren't that strong. Wait. 22 hours until downtime has been extended. Don't put that on us, Dr. Matchbox. Sunshot. Explosion on kill now applies scorch stacks. Yay. Oh, chain my Sunshot even more, daddy. Polaris Lance. Perfect 5th shots now apply 40 plus 20. Instead of custom burn. That's big scorch. How much scorch to ignite? 100? Right? I think it's 100. Something round. Don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. What's the over-under on Telesto? Reckon something more? Why did I should have moved over to Telesto. You're right. What? Bungie.net, what's wrong? Two-tailed fox, solar rocket now applies 90 scorch, or 60 plus 30 scorch stacks instead of burn. Also, that catalyst coming for jolting three-tailed fox. Prometheus lens, that's the solar exotic trace. That's the only one, right? Yeah. Added the incandescent perk to the catalyst. Oh, yes.
We don't make mistakes.
How bad is the Heart of Inmost Light nerf? On paper, pretty terrible. In gameplay, we don't know yet. Will you still be able to loop certain abilities nonstop? Probably. Is everyone overreacting? Oh, yeah. Does that matter? No. Be mad. That's the only way you probably feel alive. Grand Overture, switch the catalyst to use Arc Blind. I am not a Grand Overture enjoyer. It may be hot for Lightfall, but I kept trying to use it. I'm just like, what am I doing? I keep putting it back in the vault. I'm here to overreact. Manticore added a hipfire reticle element showing current stacks of anti-grav repulsor. Also, I do not enjoy Manticore. Tractor Cannon fixed a crash when Tractor Cannon was fired at a large group of stasis crystals. Note to self. Fire Tractor Cannon, a large group of stasis crystals, and one-shot bosses. Fourth Horseman fixed an issue where this weapon had received an unintended 20% damage. Oh, cool. Thunderlord fixed an issue where this weapon's lightning strikes could disrupt you or your enemies. Disrupt? Wait, like apply overload to you and reduce your ability cooldowns? That's too many emotes. Nightbot doesn't like that speed. Grand Overture is one of the best exotics in the game. Even better next season. Sell me on Grand Overture, because I just can't get into it. Don't you have to like use ammo on enemies to build up its perk, and then you dump that ammo on a single target? Timed out for overreacting. Hate to see it. That's a massive opinion, LOL. Rocket Barrage is free. The barrage is free. Use ammo to fuel free rocket burst. Oh, the rocket burst costs no ammo. Load missiles and then dump motherload. But you have to kill trash ads. Right? Or can you shoot a single target? It can drop 400k damage in 1 second. Not hits, not kills. Oh. And it's considered a LMG that shoots rockets. Have I unlocked the catalyst for it? I don't even know. I hated it. Perks. These perks have been updated to work with Strand. Osmosis. Grenade. Oh, yeah, throw a grenade, get, make your weapon, make your kinetic weapon that element. Golden Tricorn, extra damage, something, element capacitor, gets 20 airborne effectiveness, 25 for the enhanced perk, so grapple to your enemies and still miss your airborne shots because being in the air makes you miss. Rewind rounds, rebuilt to work on non-volatile glass weapons. We're getting rewind rounds with non-VOG weapons. Eager Edge. No longer deactivates when moving faster than 35 meters per second. Yeah, they made some unfun changes to Eager Edge a while back to fix something that wasn't a problem. Deactivates correctly after a single melee swing. Oh, okay. Well, reduce the base lunge distance from 2 to 1.8, a little bit shorter. Reduced airborne lunge distance penalty. Holy double negative. We lunge further in the air. Reduced the penalty. Yes, we lunge further in the air. Enhanced perk now increases lunge distance slightly back up to 2. Okay, that's right. Because before it would let you do like triple, but then they took that away and now it just let you delay your swing later. God, it's all over the place. They've changed this thing like 1,000 different ways. Enhanced is worth it now, yeah. Glad I have one. My lunge distance is below average. Yo, same. Any below average lunge distances in chat? Blinding grenades, renamed to disorienting. Beast Stinger, typically a full reload. Wasn't it always a full reload? Now reloads 25%. Ugh. Well, that's crushed. I mean, it was really strong. My doctor was writing me a prescription, though. I feel like when you take something that's existed for a year and you reduce it one time a year later, and that reduction is 75%, I don't know. That just seems a little heavy-handed. Maybe it's not because you want it to be brought into line. You're just like, you're pushing a different meta. So you're purposely making it like weaker than it should be? I don't know. Say the same for Heart of Inmost Light, yeah. I mean, sometimes things are brought in line for, you know, sandbox balance, and other times they make changes to specifically push a different type of meta because it helps with it helps makes the game feel fresher. I mean, at least that's the theory, and whether that's correct or incorrect, increases or decreases the total amount of fun people have in this game is, you know, up for debate. But it wasn't touched for a year, and now you nerf it by 75%. Cool. You're gonna have to trim your beard again by the time you finish reading this. Probably right. Zen Moment now also reduces incoming flinch. The perk has been branched so that slots from different archetypes ramp up the effect more quickly. ×1 for subs, autos, and machine guns. 1.5 for pulse sidearms. 2 times for hand cannon scouts. Oh, you mean if the guns fire faster, they ramp up more slowly? Now if they fire slowly, they ramp up quicker? This is great. Danger Zone updated the description to include that while active, the perk also reduces self-damage. Oh! Does it do that? I did not know that. I had to put this on so I stopped killing myself. Huh. A lot of Google questions sliding in the chat. I see them. I ignore them. I am not Dado. Is this a 24-hour stream with the counter, I assume? No! I'm old. Wellspring fixed an issue where this perk was not rewarding the correct amount of energy. Now works with abilities that have multiple charges. For abilities with multiple charges, once the ability has one full charge, it is considered charged and will divert excess energy into other abilities while giving the charged ability the least amount. I've never said the word ability so many times. Space Neighbor, thanks to follow. Kingpin Fight Club, welcome. Rune Rage with 23 months of hard-earned money. 1 month from 2 years. Also, Amit, thanks to follow. Follow alert is still broken. It will be fixed by tomorrow's stream, because this is not a 24-hour stream. I'll go live at 6:30 a.m. Eastern tomorrow morning. So I can log in exactly in 22 hours and 5 minutes at reset noon Eastern tomorrow to play Lightfall immediately with no login queue or no other issues as well. Can't clip VODs not published. Oh yeah, I'm gonna fix that too. I played the Lightfall music the other day and they DMCA'd, they disabled my VODs. Gotta turn that back on. Streamer servers have no queue, confirmed. App and Urban Night, thanks to follows. Full soundtracks out on Spotify. Yes, and it caused issues with Twitch's automatic copyright detection system. So hopefully that's fixed by tomorrow. Am I playing solo? Yeah, I'll be playing through the Lightfall campaign solo legendary. I typically play with other... I think I played with Dado for the last several campaigns, but this time around, I just want to like... I have beef with Dado. No, I just want to like focus in. Like, chat's distracted enough. I just want to like zero in and like kind of focus. Lep and Dado beefing. He deleted my curated 9 hunger. I'm still not over it. Fix for enhanced version of this trait is coming in a future patch. Enhanced Wellspring. Nice. Love the last campaign solo experience. With your back issues, Dado is getting heavy. The other way around. Cascade Point no longer triggers off non-precision damage against weakened targets. Not an enjoyer of that. Abilities rescale the efficacy of discipline, strength, and each class ability stat on grenade melee class ability regeneration rates. Tier 10 is roughly equivalent to tier 8 in the previous system, so our abilities will not come back as quickly. Holy God, this was basically a first-person abilities game anyway. We were spamming abilities nonstop, which is fun, but it did feel like our weapons were, you know, getting less used, but I'll still be running my Arc Hunter combination blow ×3 assassins, cow, gamblers, dodge build anyway. So what are cooldowns? Each increase in tier now provides a more consistent benefit to abilities cooldown reduction rather than spiking heavily at lower tiers. Hunter, supers, arc staff. Look at the vertical indentations. Yes. Increase the maximum number of orbs created from 5 to 7. More armor charges for our builds. Golden Gun Marksman. Increase the number of orbs from 5 to 7. Wait a second. I am confused. Deadshot. 5 to 7. I thought this was 6. I thought Marksman was 6. The triple headshot got you 6 orbs. Oh, this is defeating targets, not precisions. Oh, this is separate. Okay. Just total add slay. Okay, that's right. Why gun when grenade make boom? Am I in Dado's world's first team? Not since Leviathan. That's what I get for playing Fortnite. I got kicked off the day one team. I wouldn't want to bring that team down now anyway, because the team Brendan now is full of gamers. Golden Gun, Deadshot. Yes, we got that. Spectral, 5 to 7. Reduced base cooldown. Oh, that's the first increase in cooldown time. So faster Spectral blades, which, you know, have been pretty not great. 1025, 916. Gathering Storm decreased the maximum number of orbs from 7 to 5. Gathering Storm, very good, so that's fine. Silence and Squall decreased the maximum number of orbs from 7 to 5. Blade Barrage decreased from 7 to 5. So roaming. Yeah, more orbs for roaming. This is not really roaming. That's not really roaming. No. I guess if you tag the boss with this, it can roam around. Class abilities. Marksman Dodge. Reduced base cooldown time from 34 seconds to 29 seconds. Why did I think this is backwards? I thought all ability... I thought... Oh, that was the thing. Hunters were getting faster dodges and Titans' walls were getting slower or something? They were reverting the nerf. Yeah. And then... Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, reverting the nerf. They were heavy-handed with the dodges, and I can't remember why, but now that's been reversed, and then other things are coming into play to slow everyone's abilities down. Yeah. Was Dead Shot and Baseball. Follow us, click that button to disable notifications. Melees. Weighted throwing knife. Increased base cooldown from 109 to 137. Lightweight knife, 90 to 100. Proximity explosive knife, 100 to 111. Withering blade, 113 to... Oh, reduced. 113 to 100. What's Withering blade? Is that the... Is that stasis? What is that? No, that's shurikens. What's Withering blade? Is it stasis? Okay. Shurikens. I always say shurikens. I don't know why. Venezuela. Titans, Supers, Fist of Havoc. Increase the number of orbs. 5 to 7 max. Increased PvE damage, 20%. Ooh, Fist of Havoc. Will you be relevant? Maybe. Are you running Fist of Havoc over Thunder Crash now? All signs point to no. Glacial Quake. Increase the max number of orbs created from 5 to 7. Although, if you're trying to make armor charges for your team, increase the Glacial Quake. That's the Behemoth Titan. That's still in the game, right? Yeah. Max number of orbs created 5 to 7. Hammer of Soul. Solar Titan. 5 to 7 orbs. Reduced cooldown. 1025 to 916. Burning Lull. That's the Spin to Win Solar Titan Super. 5 to 7 orbs. Sentinel Shield. That's the... If you're not running Bubble because you don't want to win. 5 to 7. Thunder Crash. Decrease the max of orbs from 7 to 5. That's fair. Reduced max flight time. 5 to 4.5. That's super lame. Please nerf it in other ways. Reduced size of damaging volume around the player and pushed it further in front of the player to make drive-by disintegrations more intentional. I have been using Thunder Crash since Arc 2.0 when it was Middle Tree, and it's always sucked to try to damage a player in the air, or enemies in the air. I've always made fun of it. It's always inconsistent. The pulse goes out like once every half second, and you end up going right by someone. It doesn't damage them in the air. And now you reduce the size of it, but you pushed it in front of the player to make drive-by disintegrations more intentional. I have my doubts. Reduce detonation size versus players by 20%. I used it before, it was cool. Downward vertical influence now begins earlier in flight. Mega cringe, that should not exist at all. Nerf it in other ways. Sorry, just whew. Audio desync. Twitch sucks. Pause play. Refresh. Played D2 on release and in Forsaken. Logged in yesterday, had no subclasses. Kind of confused. Get used to it. You're playing Destiny, baby. Ward of Dawn. Ward max health. That's bubble. 13,500 down to 8,000, but up. Rescaled PvE combatant damage versus Ward to compensate. In general, Ward of Dawn HP is the same versus PvE combatants. In general. Standardized damage dealt by each type of kinetic energy weapon against the ward. Previously, energies did 2.5 times extra damage. Kinetics only did 1. Now, regardless, they all do 1.5. Armor of Light has been updated to reduce its potency in PvP. Max health 425 to 300. Inherits Void Overshield's 50% damage resist to compensate. No longer negates precision damage. Is Trials gone for this week? Yeah, Trials won't be back until, I don't know, my birthday, March, into March. My buddy calls you the Dr. Disrespect of Destiny. I'm not 6'6". My vertical leap's like 6 inches. I've never won a world championship back to back. I do have cool 3D scenes though. I'm not using that one. It's fine. Six inches, isn't that a lot? I did kill Ninja in Fortnite and Tfue and Hamlin's. The blur on the second one was nice. Yeah, I'm trying to work with the FOV. The camera settings I don't really understand in Unreal. I need to figure it out. Check out the Hawkman. I mean, look at the Hawkman. So nice. Pick up that gun. Hey, buddy, we are working on the technology. We got the HTC Vive trackers. We got the Steam Index base station set up around the room to create a virtual reality environment that will let me associate those trackers to virtual objects so I can pick up items within the world. It just costs a lot of money and I'm, takes some time. I also have kids, which are like 40 hours a week of parenting, so I don't have a lot of extra time outside of stream. More mute. Soviet, thanks to follows. Tangent counter, that's not needed. Melee's Ballistic Slam now suppresses the attacking player's base melee for 0.9 seconds after landing. So a follow-up melee cannot be performed until the player turns to first person. I'm not happy about it. I understand. Ballistic Slam is the powered melee on the Arc Titan that you zoom through the air, and with Synthoceps and PvP, if 3 players are surrounding you, you can get a one-shot, one-hit kill. It also is highly mobile, and so like for controller players, I'll like melee behind them, and they're like, ugh, and I've already punched them in the back 5 times. Yeah, I used to spam punch really hard out of Ballistic Slam, and I would kill them before I got back into first-person view. So I get it. I get it. Increased base cooldown time from 90 to 114. Ooh, shield bash. I had to find a new meta. I had to find a new PvP meme loadout. This was memey. Now they've nerfed it. I don't know if I can. I mean, that kind of increases. If it's no longer meta, maybe I do go back to using it nonstop. Safe to update on PC? Yes. There's a new menu screen. We'll all be running Strand anyway. Who cares about this art crap? Shield Bash. Increased base cooldown time from 90 to 114. Seismic Strike. That's the shoulder charge on Arc. Yo, Killa. Hidden Rain. Thanks for the follows. Follow alert is broken. Will blues be back? Yes, until you hit the soft cap. In order to help you level up, bring up those lower slots to increase your light level. God, I love the power and pinnacle system in this game. JK. Seismic Strike, Arc, Shoulder Charge. Increase base cooldown 90 to 101. Hammer Strike, base cooldown 90 to 101. Shield Tosh. Shield Tosh. Okay. I'll allow it. Shield Toss, reduced 100 to 91. Aspects, Knockout. Ooh, this was always very strong. Reduced basic melee damage bonus versus players from 60 to 50. Reduced full body melee damage bonus. I'm sorry? What is a full body melee? From 25 to 20. What is this powered? This is unpowered melee? This is powered melee? What is full body? Am I an idiot? I'm not going to look at chat. I'm going to figure this one out on my own. Full body. Full body. That must mean powered. Like your whole body is doing the punch. Like the ballistic slam, like the shield bash, or like the shoulder charge, and the thunderclap. Yeah, it's got to be powered, right? What? It's got to be powered. It just means powered melee. It's when you put your hips into it. All the power is generated from the hips. Okay, you got to non-FPS melees. Who wrote this? There was a total of 0 Guardians who ever used the term full body. Anyway, I'm pedantic. Warlock, Super, Storm Trance. Increase. Oh, we've seen nothing but increases? No? Okay, there's some nerfs in here. Okay. Super, Storm Trance. Increase the number of orbs, 5 to 7. Nova Warp, 5 to 7. Winter's Wrath, 5 to 7. Daybreak, 5 to 7. So, roaming supers, more orbs, more armor charges, mo beta. Throw cost reduced from 10 to 6.5 per swing of Daybreak. You're still running Well of Radiance, doesn't matter. Increased damage versus PvE combatants by 25%, doesn't matter. Still running Well of Radiance. Increase the base cooldown time from 10 to 9, doesn't matter. Still running Well of Radiance. Chaos Reach. Decrease the max number of orbs that have been created via defeating targets from 7 to 5. Decreased. Chaos Reach decrease. Max number of orbs. Oh. Can that be the one punch melee? Oh, you're talking about full body? I would consider Ballistic Slam, Seismic Strike, and Thunderclap all full body. I think it just means powered. Powered melee on Arc Titan for knockout. Wouldn't be Bungie patch notes unless you were confused about what words meant. Nova Bomb. Dylan, thanks for the 11 months of hard-earned money. Thanks for the lulz. Here's to many more. Thanks for the money. Pop Sito. Sonic Super. Blakey. Thanks for the follows. Click that button to save those notifications. Follower alert is still broken.
We have happy accidents.
Dude Weekend. Thanks for the 11 months. 11 months of full body sub. Thanks for the full body subs. Poor Chaos Reach, man. Like, you're running Geomags with Chaos Reach. It's still not great. The Traveler running Chaos Reach, Witness didn't die, like, and now you're nerfing the Orb Gen. Like, come on. Nova Bomb, 7-5, not a roaming super. It's fair. Class abilities, Phoenix Dive, reduced base cooldown from 82 to 55. That was the main thing that kept me from using Phoenix Dive more instead of the healing or empowering rift, was that cooldown was like massive, and it gave you this ability to heal with a more like mobile aspect, because a rift keeps you still. Like, I hated it for a solo flawless Spire of the Watcher because of all the supplicants that would like blow up next to you, and you want go to cast your rift, and like you'd have to stay still and be like, oh, hope I'm healing, and then like you get blown up. So Phoenix Dive was usable there, but the cooldown was so huge. While Daybreak is active, Phoenix Dive's cooldown is significantly reduced, so a more rapid reactivations. Doesn't matter, you're running Well of Radiance. While Daybreak is active, Phoenix Dive's detonation damage increased 40, 80, 100 to 220. Oh, wow. Okay, that's interesting. Restoration duration. When activated, while heat rises, increased from 1 to 3. So another big pain point for me in Phoenix Dive, and again, I don't use Warlocks a lot, so maybe your experience is going to vary here. Restoration is nice when you can actually extend it with the Empyrean Fragment to get like a solar or solar weapon or ability kill. You can extend your restoration and radiance with the Empyrean Fragment. The Phoenix Dive gave you a restoration that was so short you could never do anything with it. It gives you that big chunk of healing, the cure, but now that it's 3, maybe that it's viable to extend that restoration. So you don't have to run a healing grenade. Now you can run a damage dealing grenade and potentially get your restoration extended to help that loop of constant healing outside of like Well of Life and stuff. Solar Warlocks are way too OP. I mean, yeah, Well of Radiance is just one of those things that can be stupidly strong, especially with Phoenix Protocols. Getting your free healing circle, damage circle back all the time. Yeah, well, what are you going to do? Melee's Celestial Fire. Increased base cooldown from 100 to 112. Incinerator Snap. Reduced oh, that's a cool overlay. I'll snap and fire comes on my hands on stream. Tired of reading to you? Hell no, I love patch notes. My favorite game is changing to be even better. How could I not be excited? Did not nerf SMGs? I've read no SMG nerfs. I don't think. Increased base cooldown time from 100 to 112 for Celestial Fire. Incinerator Snap reduced base cooldown from 9 to 83. So you snap more often, I guess, is what they want you to do. Doesn't Snap have an issue with Melee Wellmaker? Like, it very often doesn't make melee wells or something. I guess that doesn't matter. That's going away. Roko, thanks to follow. JD Lucifer Muncie, thanks to follow. Click that bell and disable notifications. Dude, weekend of the 11 months of hard-earned money. 11. I already read that. Awkward.
We don't make mistakes. We have happy accidents.
How bad is the Heart of Inmost Light nerf look? It looks pretty strong. If you perfectly build, if you min-max build, you could probably still loop some things, but it just won't be brain dead easy anymore. Your build won't be just like Heart of Inmost Light. Other stats don't matter. Go. You'll have to be like, oh, let me get firepower for reduced grenade cooldown. Let me put on some kickstarts. Let me get these stats up. Goose Guy with a 9 months full term gestational period of a human fetus. Take my money. Yoink, your money is now my money. Rebel, thanks to follow. Penumbral Blast. I don't know what that is, honestly. I don't play enough Warlock. Reduced base cooldown, 114 to 101. It's some kind of melee, I think. Yeah. Oh, is that the Void pushback? Yeah, avoid pushback. Okay. Aspects heat rises. Split the airborne effectiveness bonus previously granted by consuming your grenade between a passive and active benefit. Previously, 70 granted 70 airborne effectiveness when heat rises was active after consuming a grenade. Now grants 20 points of airborne effectiveness passively while heat rises is equipped. Okay, so you don't need it active. Heat rises equipped, not active, 20. Additional 50 while it's active for the same total of 70. Cool. So now you don't always have to be consuming your grenade to get a little benefit. Nice. Grenades arc, lightning grenade. Increased base cooldown time from 121 to 152.
We have happy accidents.
This is Warlocks only, right? Yeah. Right? We're still under the Warlock section, right? No. Yes. Wait, so... I didn't know that... Yeah, this is under Warlocks. I didn't know that grenades had different cooldowns depending on your class. Yeah, grenades are global, but... Okay, so I guess the... Okay, so then just the indentation is incorrect. Because this grenade is underneath the Warlock. But that's incorrect. Formatting issue? Grenades are for every class, but I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure all grenades have the same cooldown, class agnostic. So let's assume they are... Yeah, well, let's go back. There were no grenade changes for any of the other classes. Yeah, so it must be global. Yeah. Yeah, grenade cooldowns are always the same for every class. And that will continue to be the case. So this is class agnostic for all classes, regardless of class. Love to, thanks to follow. Kyla, thanks to follow. Brogo with the 10th fresh sub of the day. Thanks to the free money. Your first sub ever. Hoko Puffs 100 bits. Hey man, would you be willing to feedback react to a fan-made Lightfall trailer? No, I don't have time. Maybe tomorrow. Ask me again tomorrow. Maybe I'll get bored tomorrow. Lightning grenade, 121 to 152. Oh god, the game's dead. Guess I'll never throw another grenade again. Increase PV damage by 20%. Oh, so your grenades are more meaningful. Storm grenade, 105 to 121. But no increase in damage. Flux grenade, 182 to 1... Reduced. Use those flux grenades, buddy. They, what do they do? What are flux grenades? I forget. Are they stickies? Are these the stickies? Pulse. Increased PvE damage by 20. Ooh. Nothing. Yeah, the stickies. Solar healing grenade, increased base cooldown from 82 to 91. Trip mine, increased 91 to 121. Solar grenade, 121 to 152. So most of these are taking longer unless they're the least used grenade. Increased PV damage by 20%. Thermite grenade, base cooldown. I always thought solar grenades were a little weak. Good. Increased base cooldown for thermites, 105 to 121. Increased damage. Wow, thermites are nice. Incendiary grenade, decreased cooldown, 121 to 105. Fusion nade nerf. No. Starfire protocols and fusion grenades are fine. It's fine. There ain't no Warlock running Starfires. Remember how powerful pulse grenades were when D2 launched? No. It's been too long. Hassan, thanks for 19 months of hard-earned money. Welcome back to the stream. Powdered Toast Man, thanks to follow. 19 months. Long time, Hassan. Welcome back. Void Spike Grenade. Increased base cooldown from 91 seconds to 121 seconds. Increased PV damage by 20%. Void Wall Grenade. Increased base cooldown time, 105 to 152. increased PV damage by 20. Longer cooldown, but more meaningful. Doesn't matter. You're running Devour anyway on your Void subclass. You're getting your grenades back instantaneously. It's fine. Not instantaneously, but quick. Vortex, 121 to 152. That's an increase, but more damage. Ooh, 20% damage. Controverse holds. Magnetics. No one used those. 121 to 105. Scatter. Some people use those. 121 to 105. What's the Warlock exotic for better scatter grenades? No, I guess it would just be Controverse, right? No, what's the other one? Wasn't there a different one? What am I thinking of? Manticles. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah. Nothing manacles. Still made them useless. Thinking of buying Lightfall. Should I buy any of the old DLCs? Don't have any. No, get through Lightfall, and if you're still enjoying yourself, you can buy Witch Queen. Pretty fun campaign to go through. But yeah, for now, just play Lightfall. If you like it, keep buying stuff. Manticles. Yeah, you know, like manticles. Maniacals. Manacles. The Witness is enjoying our ability nerfs. The Witness works for Bungie. Stasis, Dustfield Grenade. Increased base cooldown time from 64 to 91. That's the slow sphere stasis grenade. Added new elemental pickups to the Void and Solar subclasses. Void Breach, created by a selection of new and existing Void fragments, and grant class ability energy on pickup. Fire Sprite, now created by a suite of new and existing solar fragments, and grant grenade energy on pickup. Stasis got nothing. I mean, you got that, buddy. Of course, you can't have that unless you buy Beyond Light to unlock Stasis. This game is not pay to win. Fragments, Arc, Spark of Resistance, increased nearby enemy count required activation from 2 to 3, reduced linger time after no longer surrounded from 4 to 2. Spark of Instinct, when critically wounded, taking damage from nearby enemies emits a burst of arc energy that jolts targets. This is interesting to me because it has no cost. Like, Reactive Pulse required charge with light. Spark of Instinct appears to just damage things when you're wounded. Probably pretty weak, but I'm just thinking about defending the Dreadnought, baby. Spark of Haste. You have greatly increased resilience, recovery, and mobility while sprinting. The Runaway fragment. Solar, Ember of Tempering, now creates a fire sprite on solar weapon kills while active, in addition to its original effects. Yeah, but Jolt? Yeah, but both? Yeah, it'll probably have a cooldown associated with it. Like, no, it can't be that long. They can't put another cooldown on my UI. Imagine you get Spark of Instinct to proc. It's got a 20-second cooldown on it. Now you can't see the raid buff. That's active during the day one raid. No. Luke 40 ounces. Thanks to follow. Ember of Combustion now creates a fire sprite on solar super defeats in addition to its real effects. I never like this. No, I don't like this. Super makes wells, ember sprite things. I like neutral game buffs. Ember of Syrian. Oh, this is damage. Ember of Syrian now creates a fire sprite when defeating scorched targets in addition to original effects. Now we're talking. Ember of Mercy. New. When you revive an ally, you and other nearby allies gain restoration. Picking up a solar flare grants restoration. Picking up a solar flare grants restoration. That is gonna be awesome because now you can have restoration on any class without a healing grenade, whereas before you had to run the healing grenade on Titan and Hunter. Don't really care about the revive one because that's not, I mean, maybe trials and PvP, but like for raiding, if you're having to crutch on restoration from revives, you're not doing good. Yeah, that's nice. Especially with Solar Hunter, you have those 5 fragment slots if you don't run the duct tape grenade thing. Maybe I'll run less Scorch stacks and try this one out so I can have a damage dealing grenade. Ooh, maybe like a trip mine instead of my healing grenade. All I gotta do is pick up a flare. Ooh, that sounds nice. Yeah, I think they meant solar fire spray. Val Hopped, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the Blabber stream. Young Alankara Starfire build just got buffed. Yeah, so one of the problems with the Starfire protocol builds on Warlocks was that healing was limited. You're pretty much limited to Well of Life for like on-demand healing outside of your recovery stat, because you usually ran a Empowering Rift, so you didn't have your Healing Rift. You couldn't run a Healing Grenade because you had to run fusions, and this Mercy Fragment lets you pick up your grenade kill fire sprites to get restoration. And if you're also running Empyrean, then you're stacking all those, you're stacking your Radiant and your restoration timers. Heat rises. I don't. Cure is okay. Fine, you can cure. Yeah, cure sucks. Ember of Resolve, Solar Grenade, Final Blows heal you. Now, just Solar Grenade, not Solar Grenades. Just the Solar Grenade, right? All grenades. Probably all. That wouldn't be Bungie patch notes unless we were confused. Right? I'm kind of leaning towards... I'm leaning towards all grenades because it's a fragment for the entire subclass. It's all grenades. For the love of the Traveler, change the name of the Solar Grenade. No. Void, Echo of Domineering. Lowercase g. Oh man, that's a real... if that's how you interpret patch notes, that is a risky take. I will use the capitalization of this text, which is almost never wrong and never has typos. Also, I'll use the vertical indentations to figure out the organization of these buffs and debuffs. And I'm never wrong. Void, Echo of Domineering. Now it creates Void Breach when defeating suppressed targets in addition to its original effects. I don't know what Domineering does. But Void Breach, suppressed targets. Tractor cannon, certain grenades. I don't know how to depress other targets most easily. I don't know, like the meta for suppression. Yeah, I don't know like the... Oh yeah, Ruinous Effigy, but that's not meta. Oh, Collective Obligation, the gun I still don't have. There's plenty of things in the Void subclass that allow it, but Whoa, look at this new screen. Server offline, our ends begin, but hopes hides in a city set against the waves. Bro, you're trying to make your offline message like into the lore? Cool. What's that mean? It means Venus, I mean Neomuna, baby. Those aren't mountains. Interstellar reference. They did that for Beyond Light? I don't remember. Echo of Harvest creates Void Breach, defeating weakened targets. Now you're talking. Oh, with precision? Lame. I gotta hit headshots. I just want to throw my weakening grenade and let the grenade kill create breaches. Starvation grants Devour on picking up a breach. Now allows for orbs of power pickup with full super energy. Wait. Is that currently an... Okay, hold on. You, chat, we've talked about this. I've stood on my soapbox 1 billion times and said that it's a bug, needs to be fixed because it's stupid that I have to run explosive light or charge with light or whatever crap I don't want to run just so I can pick up an orb to proc Devour when I have super. And you're like, no. Okay, so picking up an orb of full super energy gives you Devour. Wow, imagine choosing a subclass element to give you a thing and not have that thing happen because you had your full super. I'm literally using this to... Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop talking about it now. Cool. Echo of Harvest. Void Breach, defeating weakened targets, precision damage, or suppress targets. I'm looking for the easiest way to get Void Breaches to get Devour, because Devour is very good. Finish your final blows. Nearby enemies become volatile. Great. Breaches. Controlled demo on Titan is not volatile. It's just like controlled demo explosion. So does controlled demo suppress or no? It doesn't suppress or weaken either. Echo of Vigilance, defeating the target with when your shields are depleted grants you temporary void overshield. No thanks. Falcons, Ruinous Effigy, Infinite Volatile, Infinite Devour. Yeah, but then you have to use Ruinous Effigy. Controlled demo is volatile. Was that a... Is that a change? It used to not... It wasn't for... I don't remember it being volatile for this season's solo GMs. No, I know there's the fragment for expulsion, but I thought the controlled demo explosions were just like... No, I guess it would make sense. They would... If things are getting... Okay, no, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, in my brain I was thinking I couldn't shoot. I couldn't cause volatile with my weapons. I can only spam my abilities on Void Titan with controlled demo to make them volatile. And if I killed them with any weapon, they would explode because they are volatile. And now they'll be dropping breaches, which would allow me to run... I mean, if I'm running that fragment, and then if I run Starvation, I can then have a pretty easy Devour. And then Devour, I don't know if it's hidden Is there text in the game? I don't know if Devour has text in the game that tells you your grenade cooldown is faster when you have Devour active. I don't know. It's a thing, but I don't know if it's explicitly stated. So that's nice. Mike Singh with the 500 bits. Let please end stream and have mercy on our souls with this chat IQ. Pro tip: don't read chat IQ. Don't read chat. Only read the messages when people send you money. That was your second time saying the same thing. Nice. Smash and Muffins and Bananatron. Thanks for the follows. Says each kill grants grenade energy. Oh, does it? Okay. Used to not. Now it does. Cool. I think Chat IQ's doing great. What's a solar flare? I think it's just a typo. I think they meant fire spray, but it was like the internal name when they were developing it, and they didn't change the patch note, because like all of these probably come from like their oh my god, I'm forgetting all the words of software dev. What's the system called that versioning control? These are dev notes from their versioning control for the current build, and they're written as a dev would write them. So they use internal words, company specific names before, these things were given their names for players. And then some community person or liaison between the dev and the end user has to come through these, subject matter expert maybe, and change all the stupid dev speak that makes no sense to the common person and change it into words that someone who plays the game would understand, and they missed this one. At my old job, I wrote the notes and I changed the notes, and I was the subject matter expert, and I was the tester, and I managed my own projects. Where are we? So yeah, on Hunter, what's the easiest way to get Devour on Hunter? Weakening grenades. I don't like that. Okay, how do I apply volatile to finish your final blows, create a burst of void damage, causes nearby enemies to become volatile. Okay, so what's the easiest way to get volatile on Hunter? I mean, Falcons, I guess. I don't want to have to use a specific exotic, though. I'm not going to do finishers, so I'll put that on. Don't care about finishers. Get a breach. That'll give me Devour. Now we're rolling. Yeah, I guess there's no way to... Oh, volatile flows back. Oh yeah, volatile flows back. That'll be one of my passives. Okay, that'll be pretty easy. And then boom, we got breaches. And then we got Devour. And then we're unkillable. Nice. Subclass keywords: Arc Jolt, Wesley, and Hombre. Thanks to follow us. Welcome. Reaping Wellmaker. I got some bad news, buddy. Law dogging to follow. Follower alert is broken. Normally you would see glasses on. Normally you would see glasses on my face with your name. Too bad. Funky Ranger Silverfish. Thanks to the follows. Being remade to create breaches. Reaping breach maker. Definitely maybe. Violent Baloney. Thanks to the follow. Mule. Thanks to the follow. Click that bell to disable notifications. For those of you who are new here, you can find me on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok at Leopard Stealth! Exclamation point video to watch me delete all my legendary weapons in my vault. Leopard Stealth. There is no more elemental well mods. They are gone. Charge with light and elemental wells have been combined to armor charges. They did say that mods would be rolled into creating orbs, class objects before. Yeah, but we don't know exactly what the end result of that is. Some were duplicate, so some have been removed. When is Lightfall dropping? Nice meme. No note about them giving Sweet Business target lock? A primary with target lock? Wait, that's already a thing, isn't it? A primary with target lock that has 1,000 shots? No shot. Jolt lightning damage now stuns overload champs. Blinding unstoppable champs now stuns them. Blinding GLs, yay. Radiant. Well, Radiant, your weapons now pierce barrier champ shields, stuns them. Weapons that already have existing ant champ mob behavior, an artifact mod, an intrinsic champion ability, or the ability to apply another subclass keyword that stuns a champion type. That's wordy. Will not be granted anti-barrier behavior from being Radiant. Right. So you can't take Lay Monarch, which is intrinsic overload, and use it as an unstoppable. If the exotic has an intrinsic, can't do it. If an artifact mod is in place. Looks like, yeah, I'm interested in knowing, I guess, the hierarchy, because we know intrinsic exotic anti-champ mods always win out. They're always the one that wins. But in other situations, we have like these overlaps. So I'm still not quite sure on weapons that have an existing ant-champ mod behavior. Like, what if you have the artifact mod? I guess the artifact mod beats out Radiant. And then ability to apply another subclass keyword that stuns a champion type. Okay, so that would be Radiant. But wait, ability to apply another subclass keyword that stuns it. I don't know what that means. Chill clip, blinding GL. Oh, Radiant blinding GL. Oh, because it's a subclass keyword. Blinding is Arc 3.0 and applies to a blinding GL, which will be unstoppable. But if your Radiant blinding GL hits a barrier, it won't do barrier damage. So perks tied to subclass keywords override this other subclass keyword. I don't know. I mean, Radiant's like applied to you, not your individual weapons. So I guess that's the difference. That's the hierarchy. Oh, blinding GL is not a thing anymore. That's right. They separated that anyway. So then what are they talking about? Chill clip. Slow and unstop from slow and freeze, which is unstop or overload and unstop. Arc blind. What weapons do arc blinding? Queensbreaker? Volt shot. Volt shot does. Where's the chart? Grand Overture. Those are exotics. Like, is there any legendary? Bullshot Jolt would do.
There's nothing wrong with trying to secure the bag.
What? What does Jolt do? I don't have the chart in front of me. Jolt doesn't do anything? Arc Blind is from the subclass. I know, that's why I asked specifically. We're talking about Radiant. And then it says, ability to apply another subclass keyword. But they already mentioned intrinsic anti-champ. So I don't care about exotics when it comes to this line. I'm looking for legendaries that can apply a subclass keyword that would stun a champion type. Jolt is Overload. Fragment allows special weapons to blind. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that one. There are blinding grenades. Ha, you were wrong. Blinding grenades for your GLs come from the fragment. Ignition. Ignition damage now stuns unstoppable champions. Blow them up. Yes, auto VOD publishing got turned off because I played Lightfall music. Lol, I'll turn it back on after stream today. Intrinsic champ mods. Well, what do you mean by champ mods? Oh, you mean from the artifact, Captain Bardo. Subclass keywords and Radiant seems to be a priority. Radiant does seem to be pretty low on the list. Yeah, I know you can't have 2 mods per weapon. That's always been clear, but I've just been confused on the hierarchy. Because it's going to come into play when I'm like, what the hell? I just used this blinding GL from the fragment while I was Radiant and I didn't get anti-barrier applied. Oh, that's right, because... Anyway, Destiny's fine. Void Volta rounds. While you have Volta rounds, your Void weapons will also pierce barrier champion shields and stun them. Note weapons that already have an existing anti-champion behavior, artifact mods, intrinsic anti-champ capability, or the ability to apply another subclass keyword that stuns a champion type will not be granted the anti-barrier behavior from Volta rounds. Disorienting. No. What happens if you have a disorienting GL with the arc fragment that allows your special weapons to arc blind? Suppression. Suppressing overload champs now stuns them. Stasis. Slow. Slowing overload champs stuns them. Shatter. Oh, I thought people said freeze. I mean, shatter happens after you freeze, but okay. Stuns and stops. It's only arc special weapons. And clap, thanks for the follow. Combatants. Champions now correctly stun. When they're played another animation such as spawn in. This was a problem in King's Fall. Those unstoppables come out of the ground. Stun too early, GG. This was a tricky one for thanks for your patience. Cool. I'll believe it when I see it. Inverted Spire. Oh. Like the Cabal out of the balls? Oh, the drill. I was playing too passively. I was thinking, The different, what's Kerrigan? Love's not a man of faith. No, I've been burned too many times. Champ stun time is now consistent across all champions. This should be dependent on the animation length, leading to a slightly different times between combatants. Champions can now be stunned with various elemental verbs. Shots, barriers are weak to radiant shots, volatile rounds, strand unraveling rounds, overloads. Get stunned by jolt, void suppress, stasis slow, unstops are weak to arc blind, not disorienting grenades, solar ignitions, stasis shatter, and strand suspend. Yo, thanks for the follows. My follower alert is broken, but click that bell and disables notifications. Riptide, champ, meta incoming. Couldn't get my god roll. I do have chill clip though. Yeah, for overloads and solo GMs, I would just shoot them constantly. Okay. I guess I never really, it's all about the same.
Nothing wrong with trying to secure the bag.
I don't think they were that different anyway. Okay, finishers. All subclass agnostic finishers now support strand coloration. Updated VFX for stasis finishers. Emotes, Ghost Fist Bump. Now supports strand. Cool. Power progression. Weekly powerful words have been removed from the throne world, added to Neomona. Cool. Neomona. Seasonal updates, engrams, energy, focusing, chest, and keys. Umbral engrams are no longer used to focus seasonal weapons and armor, no longer drop from the game. As a result, no seasonal umbral energy. Yay! Everyone said yay. Seasonal engrams are a new type of engram. You can visit seasonal vendor to open them or spend multiple seasonal engrams to focus into specific weapons or armor. Seasonal focusing is now a separate screen, accessed at the vendor by pressing the button next to upgrades. If you focus Crucible engrams season 19 at Shaxx, you'll be familiar with this system. Seasonal engrams are stored at the vendor and do not require inventory space. Yes. Heart of Inmost Light's really dead now. You'll be fine. You'll still spam your abilities nonstop, not have to actually aim your gun. Got him. There is a wallet item you can acquire by visiting the seasonal vendor. Hovering over this item in your inventory will show you how many engrams you have for each vendor. If you delete this item, you can reacquire it from the vendor. An item to show us how many items we have. Yes. Yes. Owners of a season will now periodically be rewarded with a seasonal engram and or seasonal key upon the completion of activities throughout the game. Seasonal key, baby. Let's go. Yeah, like the resonant element thing. It's just going away. These are known as defiant engrams. Capital D, capital E, hello, proper noun, defiant keys, same. For season of the, wait, what? Defiance. Playlist versions of the seasonal battlegrounds have one chest at the end of the activity. If you do not have seasonal key, when you open that chest, you will receive seasonal weapon or armor. If you do have a seasonal key, it'll be consumed and you receive the following. Either a weapon with deep sight that you have not completed the crafting pattern for, or high stat piece of seasonal armor without an artifice slot. Or sorry, without +3 mod slot. And a seasonal engram. Make sure you open that chest at the end of the activity. Whirlpool weapons and armor no longer drop at the end of the playlist version of seasonal activities. So seasonal specific weapons and armor, cool. Direct launch versions of the seasonal battlegrounds will not have chests and instead award whirlpool weapons and armor. Raid name reveal. Spoilers. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Spoiler. Ferried from an unknown time and place, a haunting presence has been detected. We must now confront the ancient threat growing at our doorstep. The Root of Nightmares. Raid opens on March 10th, 2023, 9 a.m. Pacific. That is reset time, contest mode, 48 hours. What in the hell am I looking at? I feel like everyone's looking forward, but the hunter on the left's like staring off to the side. Server's gonna be down until Lightfall. Yes, servers come back up in 21 hours. Ron, Roots of Nightmare. Ron, the Ron raid. You want to run a Ron raid? Oh God. Jaff, thanks to follow. Corin, thanks to follow as well. Caffeine, thanks for the gifted sub. You raiding Ronalds? LF5M, Ron quick, must have 100 clears. I want to run a Ron raid. Raid encounter 3D models are out in the wild with the exotic. Them damn people ripping assets out of the game already. I could go ahead and put the raid 3D models into my Unreal Engine. Wrong. Everyone says VOW and not VOD. Yeah, because it's a short name, right? Root. Hey, you want to run a root? I got nothing. Let's run a quick root. Either is bad. I'm root. Like, I'll be doing the day one raid, but I won't be in first unless the stars align. No, this probably doesn't have any extra for who does it. Let's see. Did they update any? Yeah, they would never include anything about the raid in here. Oh, there's pretty limited info, which is how we like it. Don't tell me anything else about the damn raid. I want to be blown away on day one. Thank you. Lance, thanks to 500 bits. Lance, LVNC. Thanks for streaming this content. I'm not here much, but I appreciate you. I appreciate your money. And Jay Cause, the 600 bits. Who's on your day one team? Best of luck. It is Hungry Panda, Flawless Desi, Antarctic Wildlife, Monarch Reptar, and Yem. Oh, and me. They've all done low mans. I've never done a low man outside of like solo Templar. And they got the carry squad. They keep the backpack ready.
We don't make mistakes. We have
Tom, thanks to Fresh Primer, 11th Fresh sub day. Thanks in advance for unlocking the last of the strand fragments. No problem, buddy. No, it's the first time I'm not raiding with math class in ever. Yeah. Is that true? Oh no, Garden or Crown of Sorrow. Crown of Sorrow was the only other one. Oh, the raids I didn't play. I was playing Fortnite at the time. Coz. Direct to launch versions of Seasonal Battlegrounds have chests. Oh yeah, we read that. Platform systems, PC platforms added support for in-game setting to toggle NVIDIA Reflex. That's lower latency, but no one can actually feel the difference because we're human. Fixed various minor quality of life issues regarding the controller settings menus on PC. Dead zones. General collision damage is no longer lethal against Guardians. Huge. Although your boy Leopard will still find a way to die to the Architects. Phalanx shields. Ghost projections that change color based on your subclass now support Strand. Localizations, players now have access to full Mandarin audio localization across all new Lightfall content, the accompanying season, the core game modes covering Crucible, Gambit Strikes. Whoa, why is this Mandarin? Chinese? This, wait, aren't some game, can you play Destiny in China? Some things like banned? You can? Was that not a thing before? A core for German has been recast. Yay! Chinese people also live outside China. True. But, you know, majority. It's not WoW. And that is your patch notes for update 7.0.0.1, also known as Lightfall. And it only took us 2 hours to read. And maybe this will become a YouTube video that no one will watch.